Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organics of all ages, I am Double R, and in this video we are going to talk about the article from Rock Paper Shotgun. Nice name, publication, Rock Paper Shotgun. That tells me by default you're either going to A, miss context, or B, blow shit out of proportion. But we'll see where this goes and how this goes. Anyway, before we get into that, let's do some context from Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the thing they've decided to target. Well, at least this writer decided to target. Resident Evil 3, in a nutshell, takes place with you, as the player, controlling the lead character, Jill Valentine, a member of the STARS unit.
I'm surprised there's anyone left alive.
They're STARS. Special Tactics and Rescue Squad. They're the best.
Fire! Fall back! Let's see how good they really are.
Altering protocols.
That said, Resident Evil 1, STARS went out, 3 came back, or 3 survived.
Rejected. Mansion incident. This bizarre incident occurred in a mansion owned by the Umbrella Corporation located in the Arklay Mountains. July 23rd, STARS Bravo team was dispatched to the Arklay Mountains to investigate a series of mysterious and grisly murders. Interesting. Casualties were numerous. The only survivors were 5 members of STARS. The cause of the incident was the illegal bioweapon experiments being carried out in the secret Umbrella lab beneath the mansion. The T-virus being used in these experiments escaped the facility and is presumed to be the root cause of all that occurred. However, all evidence was destroyed along with the mansion, so further investigation has proven to be extremely difficult.
Is that Jill in the front row?
Hi, Jill. Hello. Man, STARS seems way above the pay grade of, police.
Survivor number 1, Chris Redfield. The same Chris Redfield that Claire Redfield in part 2 wanted to go visit. So she went to Raccoon City because that's where he's stationed.
Yeah, I'm almost there. You know me, I'll be fine. I'll be back as soon as I find Chris. Why does everyone think I'm gonna get in trouble?
Second survivor, Brad Vickers. Because Brad Vickers is a survivor and he is part of the STARS unit. Third member who survived the incident in Resident Evil 1 is Jill Valentine, given final girl status, if you will.
We're taking a look at the final girl, the last woman standing in a slasher film who, after seeing her friends die at the hands of the killer, survives to tell the tale.
The virgin's death is optional, as long as it's last. Main thing is that she, suffers.
That she did.
Final girls throughout the history of the genre share more in common than just their gender and survivor status. In theory, she is the quintessential good girl, characterized by her above-average moral restraint.
Don't you know the rules?
She's also inquisitive and resourceful enough to devise a strategy to avoid sharing their fate. She is her own savior. All that being said, to be a final girl, the heroine doesn't need to check every box on the list, and in practice, they rarely do.
Because this is a horror genre type of game. The premise is Umbrella having used Raccoon City for their experiments, and yes, when you go through Resident Evil 2 and 3, you'll learn that they've been doing this for a while, and the zombies are just now being a, I guess, final touch. Something went out of control, and the zombies are now running the streets as well.
Research assistance logs. Gamma's released from tank for the first... Oh. Movement sluggish, combat potential low. Experimented with additional hormones and drugs, one adjustment bore positive results with a significant rise in combat potential. Specimen is now able to move quickly and swallow prey whole. Great. Umbrella has officially shut down the Gamma research. We managed to smuggle some specimens with especially high potential from the lab before disposal. Dr. Logan Carlise is more committed than ever to perfecting the Gamma line. 2 weeks ago, since relocating to the sewers, increased temperatures have led to a decrease in water quality, but specimens appear fine despite my concerns. Gamma's quickly learned the layout of the sewers, and within 2 days we're exploring the entire underground of Raccoon City. That can't be good. All specimens are familiar with and friendly towards us, but I have procured high-powered weaponry as a safeguard in the event that they become uncontrollable. September 1st, we were lucky to secure this place by bribing the sewage department chief, but it's beginning to feel cramped due to the game's continued growth. We should begin to consider other possible arrangements. A water treatment worker found his way into the lab, but the game has promptly eliminated him. This proves their viability for field use. I'll reach out to Umbrella's European branch tomorrow. Perhaps they will see the light. Yeah, I'm guessing once they got a helping a human, they didn't wanna, you know, I didn't want to deal with it. I'm gonna store that for now, just because I have hand grenades and I'm gonna use those. And I think those will take those things out with one shot, just like the grenade launcher would, I bet. But yeah, whoa! That's a lot, just so many bad decisions. You can see the bad decisions just rolling out. Like, I'm guessing this is a Gamma, but who, Nelly? So many bad choices all in a row. Like, there's the T-virus up above getting all experimented on, then even down below the sewers. Just Raccoon City, whoever was in charge here, they're rich and dead! Okay, you know what? This is how we do. There we go. Did that get you? Oh, it did not get you. That got you. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so it's one grenade and a couple bullets, and they go down like chumps. Home! I have to use this. A love letter. My little darlings. I don't like how this is starting already. It's already been 3 months since we fled here together. I find myself thinking back to the day you hatched. Your little voices made me tremble with pride. Your adorable little bodies brimming with incredible destructive power. And of course, that voracious, insatiable appetite. You are no less than the pinnacle of the Hunter series. And yet they ordered me to destroy you. They said you were unfit for use as weapons because of a few minor vulnerabilities. So what if you're susceptible to heat? So what if your delicate mandibles are exposed when you feed? Haven't they ever heard of character flaws? I love this letter so much. It is those very flaws that make you so very, very precious to me. But we'll show them yet. Down here, we'll continue to walk this evolutionary path together. We'll prove to Umbella that you, my beloved Hunter Gammas, are truly superior. That's so funny. That's written like a comedy sketch right there.
Some they didn't quite calculate immediately, but they're gonna use it. Might as well. No, seriously. When you play the games, they tell you this shit's been going on for a while. Chief Irons has a thing with Umbrella, thus explaining why Jill Valentine's report was rejected. This report. I state that because this explains a lot. When you start putting things in context, putting everything together, it starts to make sense. That being said, Jill Valentine's objective was to leave the city. In fact, if you listen to the fucking opening, you hear from her, she's planning on leaving in about 3 days.
3 more days, then I can kiss this town goodbye.
She literally says 3 more days. That was her plan. She was going to be out of the city. She's going to leave in 3 days. But from what you learn and everything in her apartment, she's already been suspended. Her report was already rejected. And if you pay attention to other clues and details, they've already, members of the police force have sent her a pizza. Just recently. So, of course, she's not caring about what's going on outside. She's getting her stuff settled. And she's getting ready to leave. This also explains why she's dressed the way she is. This also explains why she isn't fully decked out in gear. This also explains why she was taken completely aback when things came to light against her.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
And the situation in the city is zombies and monsters have gone amok. They are overrunning the city. She wasn't paying attention because she was trying to get her stuff set so she can just leave. This is all context that's important. Nemesis is a weapon developed by Umbrella to be a top tier weapon. But to test it in the field of battle, they need targets. Well, they're not going to send Nemesis just willy-nilly to fight the police department. What'd be the point? They got Tyrant for that, and you saw that in Resident Evil 2. They have monsters, they have the zombies, and they have Tyrant. That's plenty. That's more than enough to take care of the police department. No. We want to get field data from the best of the best. And the best of the best are the survivors from Resident Evil 1. The STARS members. If you played the original game, you know that Brad Vickers ends up catching up to Jill in front of the police department and Nemesis kills him.
Jill!
Brad!
We've gotta... Jill! Help!
But in the remake, that's not the case.
Brad, stop! T. Come on, man. Not you too. Sorry. Shit, it's locked. You stay on the door. I got this fucker. Come get some! These stars. That could be useful.
Jill gets to the alleyway. Brad sees her because he was coming to help her because, again, members of STARS. They try to escape. Brad gets infected by a zombie. He sends her out the back door. Brad ends up escaping in one way, shape, or form. You don't see what happens because the game is based on Jill. You learn in the Carlos segment that Brad Vickers did make it back to the police department, although he had turned by then. So in both versions of the game, Brad Vickers does die in front of the police department. And it also explains why Homeboy got bit. Or how he got bit, sorry. That is all context. A city overrunning with monsters and zombies trying to kill every living person while Nemesis is out there getting field data on his efficiency in dealing with members of STARS, the best of Raccoon City's police department. That is all context. I spent some time going over core context with you because when we go over this article, you're going to see, at least in a couple spots, where I want to highlight a couple spots, how they magically omit this kind of context. You know, for virtue signal points. So, to the article of Rock, Paper, Shotgun. As I already stated before, the publication name kind of gives me a hint. PC gaming since 1873. Yeah, that doesn't mean shit when you go through this article. In fact, look at the headline article. Look at the header of this article. Look at it. Look. What I think Resident Evil 3, The Brood of All Evil. What? This is a publication, and you're literally, the first word, first three letters is, you can't even use time to spell what properly. Okay. No, cool. Whatever. This is the writer, folks. This is the writer right here. So make whatever jokes you will about the writer, but this is the writer. This is what he looks like. This is him, and this is the thing he decided to put up there with his little thing for what he wants. Just there it is. Have fun. Let's just get into the article. Just remember, this is the article, and remember the context I gave you earlier about the game and whatnot, okay? Remember both these things. Just remember this. And remember, this writer here, this writer on this publication started the headline, the title, with this. Okay, so let's go over the first couple let's go over these 2 paragraphs real quick that really got me to beat my head against the desk. I do kind of want to flag the whole violence against women aspect of Nemesis and of the game in general, as it's hard to deny it's a theme, or that it's presented with a little bit of relish. Remember the context I just gave a little bit ago? City, full of zombies, monsters, wanting to kill everything alive, Jill Valentine being a fucking live, and Nemesis wanting to kill STARS members, which happens to be Jill Valentine, who, as just stated, is slotted in the status of alive. So Nemesis wants her dead. Zombies want to eat her, so she be dead. The monsters want her dead. You're only playing as that character mainly, so your whole option on character choices is Jill Valentine or Jill Valentine or Jill Valentine. So you're playing as a female protagonist in a situation where everything wants you dead.
Dead! Dead, you idiot! You know what dead is? Dead like we'll be, we don't get out of here!
That's the context. See? This is why people can't take the NPC arguments or the SJW arguments anywhere near seriously. You want a female protagonist. Great! Jill Valentine, strong female protagonist. Yeah, but she gets things trying to kill her, so we don't want that. She needs to be able to skirt through. Oh, I'm sorry. We have to remove the word skirt through because her original outfit isn't even her original outfit anymore because, you know, censorship has to be a thing. They turn her skirt into skorks? Is that a word? Skorts? You know, shorts that look like a skirt. Because, heaven forbid, she actually wear her normal outfit, right? Her original outfit, heaven forbid. It's a small technical change. Yeah, and getting an actual model to be the face of Jill Valentine is a small technical change. But whatever, we're not going to go into that. Moving along. I realize it's completely unreasonable to single out Resident Evil 3 for this when, you know, the entire history of horror genre does the same thing. No, I have a lot of problems with this too, actually. The horror genre kills usually 3 to 4 times more men than women. I think the only difference was Jason X, and that's because the amount of women he killed were simulated women because they were trying to bait him into doing something. But, you know, whatever. Context, what the fuck is that? Now, again, there are some movies where it's mainly one male slasher killing a bunch of women. Fair. 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 I will give you that. But there are just as many slasher movies where guys and girls alike are getting murked. Just saying. And in fairness, you play as trigger-happy mercenary Carlos for a good portion of the game, so you get to see loads of lingering close-ups of a man's neck getting devoured like a late-night burger too. I'm wondering if this is meant to be a joke. Is this a joke? Is this a funny haha or a funny hee-hee joke? Because it's not a very funny joke, yo. I'm not even a great comedian, even I know that's not a good joke. Come on now. You can do better than that. Well, then again, this is the writer, so maybe he can't do better. I don't know. But, yeah. There were moments. Well, at least I read as well as he writes. But yeah. There were moments while playing when I just felt uncomfortable. No, a damn near 8-foot monster stomping around trying to kill your character. Doesn't you just now feel a little uncomfortable? Just the motherfucker picked apart the wall and chased her with it, and you're just now feeling uncomfortable?
Okay.
This dude can choke slam her, pick her up by her head and throw her, and you're just now feeling uncomfortable? Okay, sure, whatever. I'm guessing you don't mean uncomfortable as in the threat of life being extinguished? But your pearls are needing to be clutched. That kind of offended and uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure you meant the pearl clutching uncomfortable, not the holy crap, he's going to crush her skull uncomfortable. Jill isn't too obviously a vessel for anyone's fetishes. I have a bad feeling where this is going. But, realistic as she is, she's clearly designed to be sexy. Which the art director tried to tone that back, even though they went out and based it off of a straight up model. You know what? Logic, out the window, there it goes. Moving along, she's clearly designed to be sexy. Then what was the problem with her original outfit being a skirt? I don't care either way, but if you're going to advertise the original outfit, then the original outfit needs to be to the original outfit, not an outfit inspired by the original outfit. There's wording. There's a reason why words are done that way. There's a fucking reason. And she spends an awful lot of time being hurled into things, slapped about, grunting in pain, being asphyxiated, and either struggling to force assailants off her or being graphically murdered by them. So that whole part where I said city, zombies, monsters, killing everything alive, and Jill being living, that just went over the head, right? This is what I'm talking about when I said context turns up missing. And to be fair, when a zombie gets a grip on her or Carlos, they both struggle to get rid of the zombie, and they still get both bit. They both still get bitten. Even if you succeed in getting rid of them in the little button mashing part. Even if you do that, you still get bitten. If you don't do that, you get bitten more. Grunting in pain. Yeah. Getting hit with a rocket launcher to the face. I'm sorry. The dude is the size of Big Show and you're the size of Rey Mysterio to him, and you getting kicked in the ribs will make you grunt. I guarantee it. I've actually been in a fight. I've been hit hard. You're going to grunt in pain. Oh, Lord. There was one particularly rough bit where one of the previously mentioned spider creatures, earlier in the article, strangled her with tentacles, or its would-be legs. The part he's talking about is this scene.
Ah! Look up, damn it! The squid! Okay, that's I've seen. Oh, God, horrible, horrible, horrible! What the frick? What the fuck was that?
Gross.
And the reason why I showed this scene specifically is because right before this scene, you come to this spot.
What is it? What? This,
Oh, it smells like... Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
why did green herbs, they work? Started to look like Chad was never gonna make it come back from his rounds. So I poked my head in there and fuck me, next thing I know I've got some maggots squirming down my throat. I was gagging and heaving, but those little bastards didn't seem to mind none. They just wouldn't come up. I was staggering around like a madman, then I saw it, a green herb. My grandma once told me that green herbs are a natural bug deterrent, so I grabbed one, shoved it down my gob and swallowed, and what do you know? The little things didn't want to be there anymore. I've never been so happy to throw up. But I head back out there to look for Chad. If anyone else sees this, remember, eat your greens. Gross and great. Great and gross. That's great gross. You gonna give up?
Where there's a letter. Resident Evil 3 has a thing, and I think it goes across most Resident Evils. They try to give you a bit of a warning. If you look at the situation here, let me just pause this screen right here. Take a look at this. You have access to an herb. You have access to the letter. This tells you what happened. This means you're going to need this herb. You're going to need it. The letter tells you what the situation is coming up. You just don't know how it's going to happen. Now, if you read the letter, it tells you pretty much what happened to the poor guy and how he got rid of the parasites, etc., etc., etc. But let's move on to the point at hand, because you'll notice most of this context is missing from this article. So let's move on. Then rammed a bigger tentacle down her neck to pump her full of parasites. This guy's never seen aliens, by the way. I'm going to have to assume he's never seen aliens, or else he would throw a fit about the face huggers. I'm going to say face huggers only to be slightly nice, because we all know what it is. For those of us who have seen aliens, we know exactly what the face, quote, huggers are. We know exactly what those... Stay on topic. Watching back through my capture footage for screenshots, I could hear myself mutter, "Not cool, man," into my headset, and it doesn't even happen to Carlos. Monsters. Killing. Did we miss a memo somewhere? Whatever. Headache. And no, it doesn't happen to Carlos, because Carlos' segment does not have him go to the power plant at all. Quick context here. Jill Valentine went to the power plant at behest of Carlos because they needed to get power turned on so the train with survivors can get out the city. That was the objective. Turn the power on, get the path laid, get back onto the train, and get the fuck out of town. That was the plan. That was the objective. That's the context. Unfortunately, the power plant itself was completely overtaken, inhabited by said spider creatures. So guess who went there? She did! Because the game is based on Jill! We're almost through the points I wanted to cover. So let's just get to the last part. I wasn't even kidding on Nemesis having sleazy Dom energy. This thing was covered in a trash bag with police tape on it. Okay, carry on. Jill's ex-super cop colleague, Brad, mentions Nemesis having a hard-on for her. And when... Wait. You mean this quote?
Damned if I know. But right now it's got a hard-on for the only 2 stars left in town. You and me.
Oh yeah, for some of y'all who just noticed that quote, you notice Brad is referring to both of them. Both members of Stars, right? You got that. You understood that? Of course, my audience has half a brain, so we, of course, get that. Don't worry, guys. I only have a quarter, and I even got that. So where's this jabroni on that list? Galaxy brain logic, right there. Context removed. That's my point, but let's continue. And when Carlos is introduced, while saving Jill from a mangling at the hands of Bagfist himself. Oh, another joke. Laugh with me, Jocko. He quips that Nemesis knows what he wants and won't stop till he gets it. Don't you like that in a man? No thanks, replies Jill. He's all yours.
Damn it! It's my turn, bitch!
Easy, lady. I got you.
Who are you? What are you
My
doing?
name's Carlos, and I'm saving you. Come on. Let's get you someplace safe.
That's known as banter, typically between two people. In this case, for context, Carlos was saying that kind of cheekily. It's like, hey, this is a great attribute to have in a guy. Don't you want that? And she's like, that guy? No, you can have that guy. That guy over there, you can have that. He's trying to kill me. You can have him. Go ahead. You go right on ahead. You got the gun. You send your ass. That's the kind of energy they're giving right there. In fact, if you don't believe me, here's the scene the guy's talking about.
Nothing. I've never seen anything like it. But it's no zombie. It knows what it wants and won't stop till it gets it. Don't you like that in a man?
No thanks. He's all yours.
You're getting it? You follow what I'm getting at? It's kind of a little banter thing. Don't you want to destroy the world? No, that's just silly. Have you seen the paperwork? Stuff like that. Something where just a little banter. Now, I state all this because, again, this is the guy who wrote it. This guy right here. I like I said, the jokes write themselves. Did you really expect him to look any different? No, seriously, did you expect the writer to look any different than this? Show of hands? Okay, I see some of y'all put up your hands for man bun. Right? Man bun, okay. Most of y'all said the same thing. He's going to look the same, yeah. Long hair. Mostly, okay, yeah, see, a lot of y'all are saying man bun or this. So, cool, I get it. But that is what we're dealing with, folks. And if you read this whole thing here, yeah, okay. He thinks he's funny. I think I'm goddamn hilarious. G-H damn hilarious. Hilarious. But I'm not. I typically get hit with a high lariat.
How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to go for a joke. But again, I'm not really a comedian, so me making the kind of jokes this jabroni would make, somehow, some way, at least I gave forth a wrestling effort. No, seriously, I was using wrestling clip and whatever. Moving on. But this is what my point is. When game companies try to cater to people like this, games are going to go down in quality. The problem is, and I've stated this before, game companies shouldn't be listening to these jabronis because they don't care. They want to virtue signal. They don't care about the gameplay. They don't take anything into effect. They don't take context, as I've already proven, at least within these little parts. I've proven that most of the time, this guy hasn't even taken into context anything. And yet, somehow, some way, these are supposed to be the people that the companies listen to make games? Are you shitting me right now? But I just want to get ahead of this before I beat my head against the desk even more. But I just wanted to prove a point. I just want to get this covered. This is why context is important. I was able to deal with his stupid shit with context. But you notice, I'm a small channel. I don't give a shit. I'm small. This person has a publication behind him, and they put that out there. So a lot of people saw that, and some people actually went, yeah, that sounds about right, actually. And people wonder why the world's so fucked up as it is. Yeah, stuff like this happens. People don't think entertainment is supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to reflect real life. No, stop that. Stop. Why are game developers listening to people who don't even really play games? Seriously, why? Why are we doing this? Why y'all listening to them? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't comprehend. Please explain it to me. Please explain it to me. Why are y'all listening to these people who are just going to be upset about everything? We want a lead female character. You make a game with a lead female character. Oh no, she got hurt. She's fighting zombies and a super monster. What the fuck is it? What did you expect her to walk through and just flick it with her freaking middle finger and it dies instantly? I mean, you want to get technical. I'm technically pissed off that any playthrough I've seen of this game so far at least 3 people have failed the exact same spot. 3 people. 3 people have failed the exact same spot. What spot is that? The spot with the most iconic line from Jill Valentine in Resident Evil 3. You want stars, I'll show you stars. Or I'm gonna give you stars. But every time, every playthrough, the same reaction happens every freaking time. You want stars, I'm a whack. Because of where they put the line. Now, at the end of the game, or at the end of Nemesis himself, you put pretty much a railgun into his face. Guess what you could have said then? You want stars? Crank that baby on. I'ma give you stars. Open fire. That's where it should have gone. But you know what they put there instead to appease these jabronis here?
Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
Yeah. You could tell they're trying to cater to these jabronis. So, I'm Double R. I'm out with that bonus footage. And people can't figure out why the quality of game storytelling is going down. Why there aren't female characters as often as there used to be. Gee, can't imagine female character has any version of harm near them or to them, and people like this freak out, and then the game companies tone it back.